Okay folks, welcome back. I just want to do a brief introduction here. So this did end up being a three-part video, but we got all this done. As you can see, got my caps made. They are ready to be bonded into place. They're just clamped on temporarily for right now, taking some measurements. I will show you that in an upcoming video. But for now, again, thank you for watching. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to click on this video. So this is the third and final part of this video series. So here we go. There. Just like that. Okay. And what you saw me do there was improvise on the fly. And boy, I tell you what, I'm going to have to wipe this mess off my fingers later. I need to get back up front and start working that. I don't need, like I said, I don't need that corner to get filled with this stuff. That corner, yeah, right there, we can fill that. All day long, all we want to. Okay, let's get some. All right. Just like that too. That's fine. And now up in here, I'll do that later. I'll just make a nice little fillet bead underneath here for right now. I'll have to get some in there too. All right. Okay, we'll come back to that here in a moment. Then start working that other side. Yeah, I will probably separate these into two separate videos. Now, as you can see, I'm not worried about a little sawdust getting in there, because they actually sometimes use sawdust as a thickening agent for this anyway. So I'm not really terribly concerned about it. It's not going to contaminate anything. I don't think you can hurt this stuff. Dress these corners and smooth that with my finger a little bit. I'll have to come back probably and fill up these screw holes later. Just make sure they're packed in real good right there. Alright, go from the bottom. I'll come back here in a moment. I've still got some of that stuff left right there on the spatula. Let's spread that out. I don't want that to fire off just yet. There we go. Let's get underneath here. Okay, very good. I will come back, and even if I have to come back and mix up another batch, that's fine. All right. I don't want that corner to get filled up. Yeah, right, like that one. I don't want that corner filled up. I don't want this epoxy in that corner. This is where the side skin's got the butt up against right there. That's why I don't want any epoxy in there. I think we're good. And I'll probably come in and seal that later. Alright. Yeah. Alright, I'm happy with these. Wasn't expecting to have to put those screws in right there. That's okay. Alright. Got a little bit of a twist to it there. Let's correct it right now. Or not. Okay. Let's go front. We're done back here. I will come back and fill it that later. Okay, I made this special angle, cut this out just for this, just to get in that inside corner. Oh, that's really coming out nice. I can just smear that with my finger. I will come back and slather these up later on. I'm not going to do that right now. Right now I'm just Glad to be getting this done before the weather falls out on me. The bottom falls out of the sky here. It's supposed to really start raining hard tonight. And boy, this is going to be nice. It's going to be a nice change to the front of this boat. Let's just smear that with the finger. Get that to lay down. That's fine. Alrighty. Come out here and check on this later tonight. And if I have to add any more to it, I'll add it later. I'm not going to worry about that right now. I just don't want to bond my clamps to the boat. Arg. This side, yeah, okay, yeah, we're good. All good. Thought I had a little bit more of a gap right there. We're good. All right. Okay, I'm gonna leave this alone up here. I may come back and do a little bit more fillet bead here, but for right now, I need that fillet bead to be kind of real shallow right there, because I've got to come up with some type of gussets to attach the side skin. So, okay, we'll leave that alone. We'll move back here and just do some fillet beads. Now I'll go somewhere and pat myself on the back for the rest of the night. This is turning out really good. Yeah, that had me concerned when I saw that squirt out. But I had these stainless steel screws here ready to go. See, that's still nice and pliable. If you can see that, but what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to force that thickened epoxy into that corner. A little bit of a gap there. I want to fill that gap. And this is coming out quite nicely. Maybe not as it didn't go all the way through and fill that gap 100%, but I think I can't live with. There, little fillet bead. Oh yeah, there we go. Again, hoping you can see that up in there. Last little bit. Yeah, don't get this shirt. Don't get this mess on my shirt. Alright, yeah, fill that gap. Well, I was concerned about it making too much of this, but now I'm wondering if I made enough. Now, we're gonna stretch it though. We're gonna make this work. Cleaning up my board there at the same time. All right, down in here. And folks, again, I just hope you can see all this. Might mix me up just a little bit more. I am starting to run just a little short here, which is fine. We got time. Alright, let me get my hands cleaned off. I'm gonna stop the camera right there. As soon as I get my hands cleaned off so I can handle my GoPro. I'm really happy with that front end, with that bow. I'm very pleased with how that's coming out right there. Okay, I'm gonna stop the camera. I really hope I had this camera aimed appropriately and in the right direction. And I've got a 40-minute long video here, so I'm gonna have to mix up just a little bit more thickened epoxy to finish out that corner. And so I'm gonna stop the video right there. And like I said, I will divide this up into 2 parts. So folks, I thank you for watching, and well, okay, hang on just a second. I just want to take a look at something right there. Like I said, thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the next segment. Okay folks, welcome back. Everything is bonded in place, and hopefully you saw everything I saw on that GoPro. If I had it aimed correctly, then you saw me bond these little corner pieces in place on the bow end. You saw me bond polling platform structure in place, and we've got everything clamped off now. And again, in case you missed it, like I said, in case something happened with the GoPro, I came back here and got ready to clamp this back corner, and it started squirting out, and that stuff, like I said, is just slick as axle grease. And so what I ended up having to do in the middle of all that, and fortunately I was prepared, I had to drill 2 holes back here and install stainless steel screws, and they're going to stay in there. I'm not going to take those back out. Couldn't get them back out if I tried, I think, once that epoxy dries. And that'll help hold them in place. The original plan was to clamp it, but I don't know if you saw that on the GoPro footage or not, but when I tried to clamp it, it wanted to squirt back out. Like I said, it was just like trying to clamp it with axle grease in place. Same thing over here. And I got the stainless steel screws in, came in afterwards, mixed up another little small batch of thickened epoxy, and got all the little fillet beads done up underneath there. Hopefully you can see. Yeah, there we go. That's a good angle. And that's all done. And now it's just a matter of waiting on everything to set up, and that'll probably be sometime tomorrow morning, right there at the front of that polling platform structure. I don't have as much of that stuff in there because I'm going to come back and redo that later. It's just clamps are in the way for right now, so we'll let that set up and get the clamps off, and then come back and put a fillet bead on the bottom side. I have plenty of thickened epoxy underneath here, so that's going to hold it. I'm not concerned about that. And that's it. Hopefully, like I said, the GoPro footage will show the work that I did there, and hopefully I captured that. So we'll see. I'll go get it uploaded. I'll check it, and if not, well, then this is kind of an overview of the last hour, what I just spent the last hour doing here. And you know, apologies in advance if the GoPro was aimed in the wrong direction. I tested it a couple of times before, and but again, wouldn't you know it, when I went to put the cap on, I bumped it, and so it's just got that up and down angle. Well, here, I'll just show you the up and down angle, and I knocked it off just a little bit, but hopefully you saw what I saw. So that's it, and I will get back to you here in the next segment. Again, thank you for watching. All right, folks, welcome back, and that will wrap up this three-part series. I got those parts bonded in, I'm glad to say, and we're just steadily moving forward here. And yeah, I'm happy to say that I'm very close now to getting this boat turned over on its top and getting the hull bonded in place, and then hopefully, you know, everything will just start falling together. But tonight I want to address a question. It's one that I hear a lot of times from skeptics and people who, you know, they're not necessarily atheists or non-believers, but you know, they're searching for answers, and it's a legitimate question. And the question is, what sets the Bible apart? What makes the Bible different? The late W.A. Criswell, who was the pastor of First Baptist Church in Dallas for over half a century, he once preached these words about the Bible and describing what it is that makes the Word of God so unique. Dr. Criswell said, "There are many religions in the world, some dead and some that are still alive, and so many of them have religious books. The Bhagavad Gita, the Vedic hymns, the sayings of Confucius, the writings of Mahavira of ancient India, the Quran of the Islamic world. But no religious book in existence do you find the phenomenon of prophecy, or what the future holds. And the reason why you don't find it in the Mahavira or the Gautama Buddha or Muhammad is very obvious. They don't know the future. And if they did try to predict the future, they would fail, and their ignorance of the future would be made obvious." The Bible is filled with predictions of what will take place in the future, and you go back to the Old Testament, it's full of prophecies of things that took place sometimes hundreds of years after the prophecies were spoken. And you only need to turn a few pages to see those predictions come true. And that is what sets the Bible apart from all the other books of all the other religions in the world. It's just one word: prophecy. Only in the Bible do we see that, as Criswell described it, the phenomenon of prophecy. And that's because only the one true God, our Creator, the God of the universe, would dare to predict the future. And that's because God knows the beginning and He knows the end. Every prophecy written about Jesus Christ in the Old Testament came true. And there are prophecies of Jesus' second coming to be found in the Old Testament also. The signs that we're to look for leading up to Jesus' return are recorded for us in the New Testament, from the Gospels to the book of Revelation. And speaking of the book of Revelation, it is a book of prophecy. It is the future prediction of the events that take place during the final 7 years of Earth's history. And it gives the account of Jesus' return to earth when He comes back to set up His earthly kingdom. The prediction of Jesus' imminent return is the last prophecy that remains to be fulfilled. There are no more prophetic events that have to take place. There is nothing else on the prophetic calendar. The return of Jesus Christ is the final prophecy that is left to be fulfilled. And we only find that in the Bible because the Bible is the story of Jesus Christ from beginning to end. And God has already told us how the story ends. Folks, that's all I have for you tonight. Thank you for watching these last 3 videos. And as always, I just want to remind you that this channel is also a ministry. I do take prayer requests. You can leave those in the comments section down below. I do moderate my comments, but I also check the comments at least 3 or 4 times a week, and I will check those and get them posted. So folks, until next time, behave, be blessed, and just remember God loves you, and till we meet again.